and got this recording, and want to welcome everybody to our Zoom at noon. And today is an exciting day because some of us have completed the first 4 weeks, and that's an exciting journey. So as I've been kind of helping and check in with people and finding out where they're at and doing some new body scans after their 4 weeks, we're seeing some exciting results, some really fun things happening. And if you've kind of slid a little bit during these last 4 weeks, this is a new time to recommit and just say, okay, my next 30 days are going to be fantastic. And I'm going to maybe tighten up and change because it's a learning process. I know I've been learning as I've been going along. I've been learning some things about my workouts, about my body, about nutrition, some different supplements, tweaking things. So you guys, this isn't about like jumping in and being perfect right off the bat. This is your journey. So this is why we have these, right, Tamara?
Right. I love the word modify. Just never quit. Just modify where you're at to what we're saying.
Yep. Just find where you're at and how you can get better, tweak it, perfect it a little bit more. And so today we're going to be talking about how to tweak. And Tamara is all ready. You're like pumped up and ready to go, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Has Brent joined you yet?
Yeah, he just walked in. He's
joining us because today is the day that we talk about like adding a little more effort to our workout and tweaking things just a little bit. I know as I started my week off and just trying to get to a little deeper burn, a little more effort. And today we were doing the back today. And so I grabbed some heavier weights and I pumped up my arms even more. So I have 150 on my bands, but I pumped them up to 250. And for me, 200 has been, like a good tight squeeze for these skinny little arms, And so, but these arms have been growing, and I've noticed that I've had to like up the game a little bit to get that burn. And so pumping them up to the 250, grabbing a little heavier weight. And when I was done with my back, and actually my back and arms just kind of felt like a noodle today, which by the time I was done with that 10-minute workout, it was so good. It was good. I was glad that I felt that burn and felt the, because even though it just, you're feeling that fatigue, after about 10-15 minutes, when you take your bands off, you feel fantastic, right? You've got your growth hormone surging, you've got your nitric oxide, you're feeling good. So it's worth a little pain to get a lot of gain. And I haven't done my complete scan, but I've done a body composition test after these 4 weeks, and my percent body fat has dropped, which is phenomenal because my body fat never drops. I just usually just kind of stay at this this higher end level, and that I've always wanted it to drop a little bit. And so my body fat had dropped, my weight had dropped, and so now I'm just going to do my scan to see if my inches are dropping too, which I feel like it because my clothes are feeling a lot looser. So hopefully you guys are starting to feel some changes in your body and starting to see some results. And if you have or haven't, this is just a great time to check in with the coach so that if you need some tweaking done, then we can help you, or modifying, maybe we need to tweak up the diet a little bit, or nutrition. We hate diet. I hate the word diet. Your nutrition, your healthy eating plan, right? And tweak up that, because when you are able to add the combination of nutrition fitness together, you can really, really start to see some results. So excited to have Brent. Welcome. And he's going to be coaching Tamara how to get to a little deeper effort. She should be scared. I was like, you can come here to the gym and I'll do the gym one, but why don't we have Tamara do it?
Well, after I've tortured her, then I want to show everybody, the guys, and everybody how to do a 10 effort. I'll do a 10 effort on chest and back, one after the other, and talk for a minute.
Perfect. All right, so what are you guys gonna do today? Tell us a little bit about what you're gonna do.
He's gonna push me to a 10 effort on biceps. We
On
won't do
biceps.
biceps because there's just not enough time, but everybody
Okay.
likes to get a decent bicep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good to have some of those guns.
When I was listening to conference last week, I heard somebody, it was actually in the priesthood session I was listening to with my husband. The guy that was talking used to be an NFL quarterback, and he was using dynamic speaking because he's that way, you know. And he said that we need to be fearless builders. And I thought, that's perfect for the transformation. Builder.
We are a fearless builder. You go and you're not scared. You're not scared of Brent, right?
Nope, I'm not scared.
Because she's been there before.
All right.
Okay, let's show you here.
Well, if you keep this here, I'll bet you can be in the video too,
Okay.
and they can see you coaching me.
Okay, I just don't want them to see my pink whip here.
Okay, so that way you can talk right at the screen and they can see my biceps. All right, tell me what to do.
All right, 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down. Breathe. Breathe out, going up. Breathe in, coming down. Big breaths.
If you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that I've got 3 bands on, so I don't really know how much weight that is compared to, but as long as I feel my muscles like bulging and it feels hard, it feels good to me.
So you have a red and a yellow tube at the same time, correct?
Yellow and green on right now.
Oh, a red and a green and a yellow. Whoa.
So I'm starting to perspire and it feels really bulgy and stuff, but I still got stuff in me.
16, just keep going.
Tamara, I can see it. Even on the video, I can see the color starting to change. On your
Yeah.
arms. I can see the oxygen levels starting to drop, and this is exactly what we want, right, Brent?
Yep, but the weight on these is just a warm up because we're not getting to failure within the rep range that we want, 8 to 12 to failure. So this is going to be our warm up. We'll rest 30 seconds. Then we're going to stick a blue band on with this. Okay, and now in between while she's resting,
I'll check
and make sure the pressure's up. And then, do you have the blue handy, or I'll just grab one out of here? I'm just guessing because I just know that wasn't heavy enough, and I'm not a pro with these bands yet, but I will be. Okay, now let's see if we can get her there.
Hey, now I got 4 bands on. And it is harder. But we want to get to failure at least at 8, right?
Stand up a little taller.
Brent, do you want to lower the camera so everybody can see her full posture?
Is that good? Is that a good picture?
Yeah.
Excellent. Keep going. 7. 8. Good. Keep going. 9. Ooh, one more. I'll bet she's got one more in her. That's a 10. That's a 10 effort. She quit right there at the end.
He wanted me to show the ugly part. Going to a 10 looks ugly, but it's good. It feels good.
That's right.
All right. So tell them a little bit more about why do we go to the fail?
Okay, here's the principle. This is the principle of why we're here on this earth. This life is all about overcoming and getting stronger. If you lay in bed all day and don't move a muscle, pretty soon you can't move a muscle. So we want to get strong mentally, physically, and spiritually. So you got to overcome adversity to do that. It's not just being faced with it. You got to overcome the adversity in all areas. And one little step at a time, not beyond what you're able to do, but constantly progressing on every area. And this the principle here with these bands makes it so we can even do it greater. So when we use these, when we exercise to a 10 effort, when the muscle fails, your muscles are screaming to the brain, hey, I can't handle this adversity. I'm not capable. I need some help down here. Your body taps into the growth hormone at that point, sends all the anabolic hormones down into that area. So that makes that muscle area stronger. So next time it's filled with that adversity, it'll contract hard. It's more capable of handling that adversity. Until then, it's still handling it. So that's why you have to hit that point where the body can't handle it. And when we do that with just the weights, then in an ideal rep range, you're getting a 30% oxygen depletion. But if we put these B3 bands on and do that same thing, we can drop it clear down to a 10% oxygen reduction, which incorporates a lot more growth hormone because there's more adversity. And then if we can even increase the adversity more, if you work out in a fasted state, so if you work out first thing in the morning before you have your first meal, most people have fasted for 12 hours, and you work out then, it'll crank the growth hormone even more sky high. So it's all about the progressive resistance and overcoming adversity. So I'll show you right now. I'll do one on the incline press, and then I'll turn around immediately and do a back row with the bands and show you a 10 effort on me. And she'll be the photographer.
Oh, Brent, that was a great job, by the way, Tamara.
Go ahead and talk for a minute while I get my bands on.
So Tamara, tell us a little bit about how you felt. What did that 10 effort feel like for you?
It's just like when you're running and you're, on mile 20 and you're saying, why am I even doing this? This is pointless. This is too hard. My arms look too bulgy. Your brain starts trying to give you 15 reasons why not to. At the 10, you really do feel like quitting. And so just keep going. Do 2 or 3 more once you get to that point.
Until they actually do fail.
Yeah, until you can't really pull it up again. And so I think that's you can't really go full on that hard at the beginning. That's
Right.
why we're introducing this at 4 weeks, because your ligaments and your tendons, they need to be strengthened to be able to push those muscles to the 10 without injury. So it's smart that we're, sticking with Brent's program and waiting till the week 4 to really push it that hard. And I don't know if you guys could see, but my face was starting to sweat. Like, that's the cool thing about the bands too.
Oh, 10-minute workout and you're sweating.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I think that's a good point to remind people, Tamara, is that you have to listen to your body. Some people might not be at the point where they're ready to do the 10. They're still maybe at the strengthening point and you're still doing a good darn burn, but you're feeling some aches and pains still in your body. And so, so listen to your body, but give it a good push, right? If you're feeling, okay, we're ready for this, give it a good push, and then push it
Yeah.
just a little bit more than you think you can.
Well, and that's the thing. It's such an amazing feeling right after. Like, I'm already feeling great. Like, wow, like and then you just keep that feeling the rest of the day. If you can just push yourself to do your 10-minute workout and give it your all, then you're a winner all day long. Okay, he's ready.
Okay.
Okay, Brent, let's see it.
All right. I've got 2 black bands on. I had to buy 2 sets. And you ladies, and you only need 2 sets for working your legs anyway. So here I am. And it's always best to warm up with a 30 rep, warm up, or like Tamara did. Oh, well, I failed at 13. And so I really ought to probably add a yellow band to that so that I could fail lower down in that 8 to 12 repetitions. But maybe the next set, 30 seconds later, I'd fail before 12. So you'll all experience that. And your goal is to get them to fail between 8 and 12. Now I'll do it with the back so you can see that. And ideally, the reason I did this to show you that you ultimately want equal opposing forces equal. Like your chest pushes, your back pulls. You want those ideally equal in strength. If they're equal in strength, they hold the spine in place equal and opposing. If one gets stronger or weaker, then it's easier for the vertebrae to get tweaked and pulled out of place. Just like your bicep and tricep. They need to be equal. Use the same bands for curls as you do for triceps is your goal, because then this bone gets pulled this way as fast as this way. So you have total coordination, balance. Probably have to get these sandals off so I don't slide here. And I have these battens pumped up to 320. Oh, so they're about equal. Fuck, I've got to catch my breath.
That's why we wanted you guys to see the effort. Do you see the effort he's putting into it? I really thought it was important that you guys see how hard he's trying to breathe and how hard he's trying. Like, if you haven't been getting quite the success that you're hoping for, maybe you need to try harder, like Brent does. Right, Janine?
That is so true. I love this sign that I used to go to Joyride and take this like virtual cycling class where they measure your power out at your watts, like the amount of power. So everybody can see your power on the screen, so they can see how hard you're working. So you're just going as hard as you can. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh my gosh, so and so is beating me over there. I can go a little bit harder. I can go a little harder. And there was a sign right underneath the screen that said, but did you die? And when I always thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. And you know what? I never died. I made it through. So sometimes you think when you were saying, Tamara, okay, this is like mile 20, your brain is going to tell you, oh my gosh, you're going to die, but you're not really going to die. You can push a little bit harder. And you have to listen to the body. Maybe you're at that failure point and you're done, right? But you might be able to push just a little bit harder, get to failure, and afterwards you'll realize you feel amazing and you did hard things, and that feels really good.
And that's the other thing talked about, that 20-mile, that hitting that wall. What we're going to do with these, hitting that 10 effort with the bands, just without the BFR band, people work out to that 10 effort can build up to 3 times more mitochondria in every cell in the body that gets worked out to that point, which are your energy, your power plants in the body. Produces ATP, which is your energy, and also all the redox signaling molecules that tell all the body how to heal and repair and everything. And they also increase your VO2 max. Well, with these, there's not a study done on it yet, but I'm assuming with using these B3 bands, taking it to that 10 effort, we might be able to build 5, 6 more mitochondria in every cell in the body. And so the energy will go up more, the VO2 max will go up more, so it'll move the wall. You won't hit that wall at 20 miles. So and everybody that's been having a hard time this first month, and life gets in the way. What I found with the hundreds of clients that I've worked in my own self, once you understand all the principles, you still, for challenge for all of us, is to control the environment so we can apply all these principles. This last 4 weeks, my environment has been chaos because mother-in-law had to get moved, and from Salt Lake to Logan. And then she just died a week ago, and then the funeral and all that stuff. So, I've got most of my workouts in and cardio, but eating on time and controlling the environment with all the family and all that stuff has not been good. So I haven't made the progress that I would have if I'd have controlled the environment. But yeah, I make up for them. I'm a comeback artist. And so from this point on, I've got things stabilized. So if you have been that way, you haven't done what you'd like to have this last 4 weeks, then restart again. Use your calipers, get the calipers. We'll have the video up for you and email it to you. So it shows you how to do your readings. And if you have any trouble with calculating, call us. We'll help you do all of that so that you have a place started, nothing measured, nothing gained. And that is, if you just go by the scale, the dark side, the devil will steal it from you. So you have to have either the scan done or the calipers done so that you know what's really happening. So we can find out what's going on with your lean body mass and the actual fat loss, not the scale weight. Okay, so that's where we're at.
That's awesome.
Hey, what I do about working with Janine and Brent, they're real and they're honest and they have lives too. It's not like all of us have it all together and you're saying to yourself, well, I've got A, B, C, D problem. Well, we all have problems too. We just went on a trip and we were going to stop at another restaurant and try to find healthy food. And I told myself, I am not eating until I work out. So I told my husband and my son, you guys go in the restaurant and you stand in line and order. And I, in the parking lot, put my bands on and I did a workout. I was sweating in the hot sun. And my son, my teenager, came out. He's like, Mom, you're a beast, so that's just the thing. You're going to have to modify everything. Just do this for yourself, 10 minutes a day. Get get stronger mentally and physically, and let's now take it to the next level and push harder. So hang in there.
Thanks, Tamara. Because you'll have a million reasons why not to do it, right? You're on a vacation, you want to eat whatever everybody else is eating, you don't have the time to exercise. I mean, there's going to be a million reasons why not, but you have to find that reason why. And there's going to be obstacles, but you can overcome any obstacle if you have that good reason why. And I used to have I have another mentor, Dr. Anderson, and he always said, you'll have 69 problems. You know, I don't know where he came up with the 69, but you always have 69 problems. You solve one, you'll get another. So if you think that it's going to be a better time later or whenever, you know, there's always things in life that's going to come up. So you just have to figure out a way to make it work now, just like you did. You made it work in the parking lot.
Seen the ladies in the hotel room, because my hotel room wasn't big enough to work out in. So I went out in the foyer. I said, it's okay if I do this. Yes, but they kept an eye on me. So I thought, hey, maybe I'm inspiring them to do something.
There you go. I was on vacation too and doing the workout in my little bedroom, and it worked fine. It worked fine. Any questions out there, you guys, that you want to ask Brent or Tamara or myself? Go ahead, come off mute, and you can ask us any questions.
Hey, Brent,
Yes.
is there a reason you're doing the chest press like that versus doing like a butterfly?
Yes. You build better by pressing exercises. Stretching also will build muscles. You just can't use the weight to shock the muscle as much to require the growth hormone. We do need to stretch. There is an additional advanced exercises where we do add the fly as a superset in the chest workout, but that's only for people that, you know, don't think this 10 minutes is enough. But it'll go about 12-minute workouts if you do the advanced things. But, you know, stretching will build the shape, especially for the flies on the side of the chest. It really works that effort good. But what we've picked out with these 10-minute workouts is this, the biggest mass for the main parts of the body. But there is additional exercises for smaller areas.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. And so if you want some of those advanced workouts, reach out to us. We do have those ones that Brent he's written them up, and he can share some of the, you know, like bump it up a little bit, do a superset and do a chest press and fly.
But this will still work
other-
if you do the basic ones we've got now, and you just do this consistently with the nutrition guide and follow that, because it's a nutrition schedule. You know, just like she said, not a diet, because that's a negative in the brain, and that gives you, this is not a diet. This is a nutrition schedule. This is something you can live with the rest of your life. The only difference, once you get to where you want to be, then the carbs equal the protein, and then you don't gain weight, you don't lose weight, and you can maintain and have all the energy you need for the day. But you stay in control, not the environment, not the appetite that's been owning everybody since. Everybody's been living to eat instead of eating to live.
Well, and a diet implies that it's going to end and you're going to revert back to an old lifestyle. So it's a mindset change.
Good point. Exactly.
Any other questions, you guys?
So everybody, you keep going, or if you didn't get where you want to be, start again right now. I plan on dropping 40 pounds the next 8 weeks is my goal. We got what, 9 weeks till convention? 8 or 9 weeks.
Yeah, about 8 weeks now.
So I plan on doing that. Maybe I'll shoot for 50 and let's see what happens. But anybody consistent can do it at 30 in the next 9 weeks if you are strict and consistent. So just start again, get your body fat, and do not forget to use the calipers and measure, or get on that scanner. It's really important that we do this. And then you find somebody upline that will commit to call you every week and ask you how you're doing. Fill out that accountability chart on the bottom of the nutrition email that's sent out to you. Make some copies so you can hold yourself accountable every day, and you can text it to your coach upline. And everybody should have somebody coaching them, you know, and if they don't, nobody upline, then, you know, somebody cross line to do it. Like I'll have, you know, Tamara and Jeannie keeping me on track.
If
Exactly.
if you don't have your picture of yourself, then I would strongly suggest you get your picture of what your brain is that powerful.
Yep.
I want you to look at that picture every day. It's so important.
And have those affirmations up there. Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And those of you guys that missed, well, thank you for watching the recording. And we'll be back next week on Zoom at noon to help you with your transformation. And have a happy, healthy day. Go get them, guys.
Zoom at noon.